White snowflakes came gently, softly, slowly. Eyes peered up into the darkening field of blue, watching fallen angels drown in the evening sky. There was a sensation betwixt the joy of receiving a bride down the aisle and witnessing 3 towers collapsing onto city streets. There were no thoughts to be had, not many. There was nothing to be done but to witness. That day would always be known as the first snow. In the history books, such a gentle moment when it introduced chapter after chapter, it began with the first snow. The first precipitation that was declared hot, dangerous, tainted. Radioactive particles as snowflakes presenting themselves on the next cold front, announced by the weatherman before his giant backdrop of asterisks. It stopped airports, stopped traffic, and maybe even Santa's sleigh that year, enforcing a moment of silence in the night, for the way of life had just ended. It left an odd feeling in one's belly, a certain uneasiness rising up into your throat. It was here. The future had become right now. The graphs, reports, admonitions, and scurry of treaties, laws, protests, and debates, both fear and disbelief, had both been put to bed. It was no longer relevant to conjecture. We could only wait and see. And a hush fell upon us. It had not come like anyone had thought. No boom, no shock, not even awe. No aggression, accident, insidious plan, or coinkydink. It just was. It would become inextricably a part of our lives. As letters to sentences, as sand to beaches, as death to life, there was nothing to do. The snowflakes came down a few and a few more at a time. It was the perfect evening. Moonlight lit up the white of aspen bark, highlighting the golden yellow of the remaining fall leaves. Smoke from the chimneys whispered into the ear of the cloudy sky, and its cologne nestled into the fibers of our woolen coats. A few people twitched as the notes of an impending change fell silently on their shoulders. A buzz rippled through our bodies, the small white constellations surrounding us, moving us, changing us, twitching, squirming, laughing in nervousness. What will happen? The future is now. Here is the becoming. Snow is innocent. The particles, the elements are blameless. They meet and greet our skin in these invisible doses. They enter our nostrils. You can't help but let them in, as natural as breathing, as natural as sleeping, as natural as dying. We merge with them.
costumes that were chosen against this meeting. An empty temple. It struck me as so strange. So strange, but then as I thought more about it, the reason why the temple was empty was that the gods and goddesses, the angels, they were already tragedy, when suddenly we move passionately towards the things that we care about the most, when not knowing creates a knowledge of what is important, when not knowing becomes being. We were attached to our forms, our shapes, the way we do things, our expected lifespans, and the numbers of our toes. But what if we found a new way to interact? What if we learned how to transition ourselves into something even more beautiful? What if we take the reins of change to heal ourselves? As I said in the history books, each chapter would start. It began with the first